Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of What the Cluck, the podcast where
No.
we talk about games, mostly. I'm joined by my usual group here. We've got Ghost,
Hmm.
and we've got Trixie.
Yay! Oh, was that too excited? I should have gone with.
I guess.
I guess.
What a great way to start it off. It's good to be back, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Feel the energy.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Back to talk about gaming.
Woo!
Got some news. Some
So,
new stuff. It's
per usual,
new.
we'll start with what you guys have been up to. Let's start with Ghost, since he's been the only one playing something other than what you and I have been playing.
Destiny. I've been doing the new raid.
Yeah,
The Disciples.
how's
Yeah.
that going?
I couldn't beat it day one, but I did get the other clears, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would like not to admit how many hours I spent on that raid. Technically, it was 2 days, the 24 hours, but you know.
Oh, yeah. So, you had 2 days to do the challenge, or you only had one
Yeah,
day to do the
to do it when contest mode is active to get the new emblem, but couldn't get it.
challenge? So is it a cool raid? Like
Oh
like
yeah,
where
it's
would
cool.
you rank it in the list of like raids?
Destiny raids. That's a solid fucking second place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's solid second place. It's pretty cool.
Have you gotten like the cool raid gear yet?
Yeah, I've gotten all the guns, and none of the armor. Don't really care about the exotic.
Oh yeah, not very good or what?
It's it's not what I'd use though. It's a support weapon, I guess you would call it.
So it does like buffs and things?
It technically, yeah. Kind of hard to describe what it does without giving you the full detailed list of what it does.
Okay. Story. I think you told me that the story was good, right?
Yeah, the story of the Witch Queen was good.
So what's that
The
kind of
rate,
about?
you intercept Savathun's throne world to. Well, better way to put it is you know who Oryx is, right? From King's
Mhm.
Fall.
Yeah.
That's Oryx's sister. You infiltrate her throne world to end her, only
Okay.
to find out that the Hive are able to use the light.
Okay. And does them being able to use the light change the way you face them in combat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can use supers and all that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, and a lot of good. The story is pretty good, and it's one of the best DLC, one of the better story DLCs we've gotten for the game.
Yeah.
But that's about it about the game, about the new DLC. Not much else to talk about.
Okay.
What
I
does
haven't
the
really
elephant do for you?
Walk
over
over to
here.
this lady.
Oh,
Oh, do I have the golden whale? Your strength. That means your attack damage.
okay.
Yes.
Oh no.
um,
What is
so,
this guy do? Oh,
have you
just
been
take this.
watching
Okay.
anything?
Letterkenny on Hulu.
What is that?
It's about a small town called Letterkenny in Canada. It's
Okay.
what's the word? I can't really describe the show to you.
Is this a
Uh,
live action thing or is it
yeah, it's
animated?
live action.
Okay.
It's about a bunch of what people would call good old boys, the farmers and all that, and the issues that are going on in the town. Kind of, really, all it is. It's about the issues in the town.
Okay.
I'm not really good at explaining things here.
It's all good. So is that all you've been watching?
Yeah, nothing else new.
Okay. Uh, so on to Trixie. What you been watching or playing?
Oh goodness, what have I been watching? Rick and Morty. We haven't watched Disenchantment in a little while, but I know we've watched it since our last podcast.
Yeah.
What we got? One episode left or something?
Yeah, I think so. You
Still
like
got a
to
little
hold
bit
on
of.
to that last episode.
I know. I don't want things to end because it's gonna be forever before we get any more.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. Ooh, we're just gonna go with the steak here. But
Can't grab the steak.
why can't I grab the steak?
I think you're limited to very certain
Yeah,
weapons.
that
That
character
character.
can only use certain weapons, and we're not level 20, so.
Oh, I can't use any of these weapons. The game says no. Can I use a lollipop?
No,
I don't think so.
you can only use the lamp, the laser.
Bullshit.
You picked him. All right, Trixie, what you continue on? What you've been doing?
Well, let's see. I finished that Inventing Anna that none of you guys would watch or care
Okay.
about. It's pretty good. It's a true story
Oh, yeah?
about some chick from originally from Russia, and her family had moved to Germany. I can't remember why, but she was kind of, I don't know, she was different, and she didn't get
Different.
along with her parents, and she was different. She was kind of like the black sheep of the family, and they just, I don't know, they couldn't really control her, and she had grand plans without any knowledge of anything, but she moves to the US and basically dupes a whole bunch of like rich people into giving her money or loaning her money, and then dupes a bunch of like heads of like different banks and stuff in like New York or whatever to approve loans for her to build some business that she never had any intention of building, or maybe she had an intention of building but she had no idea how to build it because she didn't know what she was doing. She doesn't have a degree or any education
So,
in business or anything like
how
that. She
does
does have a.
she dupe that, being someone from
She
Russia?
pretends to be a German heiress, and she keeps saying that she has a trust fund, and her she's on the outs with her dad, and she's trying to make her own money, but
Okay, so like what people do with like emails where they're like, you wire me some money and
yeah, yeah,
you'll get
pretty
double.
much. Yeah, and you'll get your money back, and I'm good for it. I have collateral or whatever. I just don't have access to it, and
Yeah.
it was just always a story, and she wound up, basically scamming people out of a lot of money for and to her it was like a business, like she was building a business,
Yeah.
but it was just her duping people, but she was basically considering them employees that they were working for her. It was just a really weird mindset, but she wound up being convicted and going to prison for several counts of fraud, um, and then once she was released, I think like a month later she was deported back to Germany, and I guess we've not heard from her since. So
Okay. Yeah, I think I had
it was like a
actually
big scandal.
seen an article that had something to do with her, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting story, and
Yeah.
it was played by this one girl from that show Ozark, with which I just finished watching, and it was really good. She was very, very talented on there. New combo.
Dang, finished watching 2 shows.
I know. I do a lot of cooking and stuff in the kitchen, so I watch a lot. Like I just binge watch while I'm cooking and washing dishes, and whatnot, preparing dogs meals and
Yeah.
so there was that, and then and now that I'm done with both of those shows, I'm on to the worst neighbor ever, or no, the worst roommate ever. I think it's like people who have linked up with roommates or landladies, landlords, whatever that turn out to be like serial killers or murderers or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
That's like a documentary thing or
Yeah, it's
what?
a documentary. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Some interesting
So
stories.
so true stories, true stories of
Yeah. As
whack
far as we
jobs.
know.
Yeah, yeah. As far as we can tell. This one old lady that was, I mean, she used to be a prostitute and had been in trouble with the law a little bit. She was on parole and she wasn't supposed to be, like, she was defrauding people. um, and then basically wasn't supposed to be, running. She'd been like she'd run like a brothel or something like that. She was a madam and had gone to prison for that, and
Oh,
so she wasn't
madam.
allowed to, like, yeah, she was allowed to have a job, but she wasn't allowed to run a business. But she basically kind of opened up like a boarding house, and she was boarding like homeless people or people who were in trouble or who didn't have friends or relatives or anybody that gave a shit about them. And she
Mhm.
was basically poisoning them, burying them in her little backyard in the garden, and then taking their social security checks.
Okay.
So she got busted for that. I think they found like 7 bodies or something like that
Jeez.
in her backyard. Yeah.
Going for the tactical nuke, huh?
Yeah. So, and she was like an old lady, she was like in her 60s or something. Just this little old granny looking person. It's like, Jesus, woman. Really? So, it's a cool show. I'd watch it just for, you got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
As far as playing, I've been pretty much playing nothing but Elden Ring since it came out.
Yeah.
Wish I could play that.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
No matter what, other people say, some other folks might say. It's a pretty great game, and it's still really hard. It's still really challenging, and it pisses me off many, many, many times. But I love it. Like that's all I want to play.
Yeah.
I look forward to coming home and playing. And I hate that I get tired and have to go to sleep and
Right.
get ready for work the next day.
Wish we didn't need that sleep. Oh, we lost him.
Man, we lost Ghost. Oh no!
Oh
I
no.
had a feeling that was going to happen with all the trouble we had connecting. This is going to get booted.
Baroni.
We were doing so good. Nope. So now we gotta 2-man it. Double team this guy.
Double team it. So yeah, that's pretty much all you've been playing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, I was enjoying playing a little bit of Overwatch here and there when they had Total Mayhem.
I didn't even get to kill the boss.
Yeah, kind of missing out on that. Um, but I'm really glad that Elden Ring is out now. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Some bad news here.
What's
what's
that?
up?
My Hattie lost his level.
Oh no.
No! Let's all have a moment of silence.
I'm only level 1.
And silence is broken. All right. What level am I? I'm only level 2. Think? Am I level 2?
Yeah, you're level 2.
Yeah.
You may level up after we kill this guy, though.
Oh, probably not. Not doing a whole lot to contribute, and I'm about to die. Oh god, I'm about to die. Oh dear god, that was close. Oh
Alright, there we go.
fruit. Where's
Um,
fruit? I saw fruit.
so I guess as for what I've been playing and watching, playing Elden Ring.
You too, huh?
Yeah.
Beat any boss without using any magic. Oh, I got an achievement.
Oh.
Totally forgot about the magic.
Um. Yeah, I still haven't beat it, but I
Oh, I
think I'm
just fucking
close.
died. Oh my gosh. Really?
Yes,
And then what? You're gonna go through it again?
of course. That's what you do.
Mhm.
The game has like
Okay.
4 endings at least.
Hmm.
I can't join you guys.
Yeah, it might be because we're putting skill points in. Hold up. I don't know. Do we have to? We should be able to get you in without quitting, right? I don't know. It's been a while. Um.
Like how much more? Like how many more bosses do you think you have?
Um. I would say
Oh no, you left.
yes. That way we can get Ghost in.
Do I need to return to the home?
Huh? No. I'm gonna
I
invite
would.
you.
Okay.
So for how many bosses, I think, um, I mean, as far as bosses to beat the game, I would say maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. But as far as bosses that are just in the game, who knows? Probably a lot. There's definitely dungeons that I've missed, for sure.
Hmm.
Um, but I know for a fact that I have the option for 2 different endings. So we'll see what we do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, big fucking sad. Guess I need the
I
giraffe.
gotta make a pit stop. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The real question is, what is our first topic?
Our first topic is going to be Elden Ring.
Can't really have much of an opinion of that one.
Yeah, I mean, just speak about it as best as you can from the little that you've gotten to play. Um, so I guess we'll go ahead and start. Hopefully, she doesn't take too long with her pit stop. Uh, so what did you think of Elden Ring from what you had played?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun. Wish I actually owned the game so I could play it more, but that's alright.
So
Yeah, it
the
was good.
combat and everything felt good.
Yeah, and it's pretty much just Dark Souls.
You started as a samurai?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know what the other classes did, so I just picked the one that I saw that looked the coolest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's why I picked samurai. I was like, samurai armor looks cool. um how many how many bosses do you think you were able to kill?
I'd say around 2. No, wait, no, 4. I killed 2 dungeon bosses. I killed the
Okay.
stone cat, the barbarian. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, barbarian. The I don't remember what it's called. The guy in the you see the very beginning of the game on the horse,
Yeah, the tree sentinel.
and the first boss of the castle.
Okay. How
I don't remember
was that boss? Because a lot of people have been stuck on that boss.
the little cheese bag.
Did you have a hard time with him?
It took me 4 tries.
Okay, 4 tries isn't bad.
Okay. What'd I miss?
Elden Ring talk or something.
Yeah, we're discussing some Elden Ring.
Groovy.
Um,
But mainly, one of my characters mainly using a curved greatsword.
okay.
Yeah,
Curved
from what
greatsword.
I've from
Uh,
what little I got to play, I liked it.
yeah. Did you try spirit summons or anything like that?
They're kind of weak starting out. I'm sure
Yeah.
once you upgrade them, they're a lot better.
Yeah.
How far did you get? Like
Second boss
how
in the
long did you get to
castle.
play? Oh, okay.
A good hour or 2. Not very far.
So Trixie, what do you think of Elden Ring from what you've played?
Mm, it's the best From Soft Souls born like game I've ever played. It's
Yeah.
my fave. Mm-hmm.
The best
Because
one, you say?
the best one. Out of all the ones that you have made me play, I like this one the best.
Okay. Yeah.
um, I love the level design. I love
Mhm.
the art style. I like that everything's relatively bright and sunny, even though it's also dark and dank and everything's trying to kill you. Um, I love that it's open world and it just kind of lets you go wherever and
Yeah.
explore, even if you're not supposed to be there yet.
Mhm.
It gives you the option to go and kill yourself. I like having the freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Um,
It's always good to have a choice on that.
I love the variety of armor and weapons and crafting, and even though I don't use a whole lot of the crafting, which I probably should, I'd probably be doing a little bit better, especially
Yeah, I
as much
haven't
as
done
I
much
I gather
crafting either.
materials.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed you have like just a shit ton of stuff. It's like, we should put that to good use. And one of these days I will.
Yeah.
I'll remember. But for right now, I'm just kind of getting the hang of using my character effectively.
Yeah.
What did I pick? The Savior? Savior. Prophet.
Profit. Yeah.
Yeah, the Prophet. And so it's mostly all about like faith-based incantations and things.
Mhm.
And in the beginning of the game, you don't really find a whole lot of incantations or really helpful ones.
Yeah.
Everything is freaking close range, and that's not what I like to do. As a magic user, I like to be able to
Mhm.
hit from a distance. So it's been kind of annoying in that respect.
Yeah.
Um, I just need to find more stuff, and I don't know. It just seems like there's not a whole lot for a magic user in the beginning at all. It's mostly like melee based stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Armor and weapons. You have to have high strength. You have to have high endurance so that you can carry the load.
Yeah.
And so I'm having to put points into those things where I don't want to. I want to put all my points into faith or mind so that I can be, more effective with incantations.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any incantations to use anyway, so I might as well put my points wherever the fuck with whatever I have. But and so I like that they give you the option to respec at some
Yeah.
point, which I will definitely do, and to kind of tune up your character.
Yeah, and they give
Give your
you a
character
lot
more
of
of what they're
those
supposed to be.
items to respec, so they kind of expect you to respec a lot.
I haven't gotten a single one yet, but I
Well, you're
guess
still
somewhere on
only in
down the
like
line.
the second area.
I have ventured out. You told me to go explore, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I have ventured out. I have gone north, I have gone west, I've gone a little bit east, and I've gone south now. I don't have all the map stuff unlocked yet, but I've ventured out.
Yeah. You finally started venturing. And you'll
Mm-hmm.
you'll find those items eventually.
So you say.
I do. So is that it? Those are your
mm,
thoughts on it? I mean, well, we've got some other things where we'll go into like a little bit of some of
I
the.
like everything about the game. I don't think there's anything that I don't like other than the fact that you can't store your runes or souls or whatever you want to call them. I still like to call them souls. Um, and so, you risk losing them forever. And you work so hard, or I work so hard to get them. Like, it takes me hours to get enough runes together to level up, and then I wind up losing them before I actually level up. That's just. It's just extremely. I don't know, it makes you want to go punch babies.
Oh yeah.
That's all. Oh, no. It
Okay.
makes you that angry. You're just happy to punch a baby. Oh no, I can't get. Can I? How do I? Okay. There we go. Can we not get that chest back there?
It's fine.
Okay.
Um, so is that it?
Chicken, what's yours?
Um, for me, I mean, I'm still. I really love the game. I'm still not 100% sure if it's like the best one that they've ever made, but it is really
Hmm.
good. It
Really?
it might be the best one that they've ever made. I just haven't decided yet. um,
It's in competition with which one? With which game?
um, I would say for me, maybe Dark Souls 3 is the best one that they've
Hmm.
had made before then.
Hmm.
um, but it is really good. Yeah, I mean it's probably the best one that they've ever made for sure. But the level design is really awesome. The way the landscape looks like it's like, I don't know, been like shattered. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
these jagged rocks just like sticking up out of the ground and stuff like that. Is really cool. There's so
Lots of
much to
ruins.
freaking explore. Every single time I think I'm close to having discovered everything, they're like, "Oh nope, here's a whole new area." Like,
You're like, yes!
yeah,
More content! Thank
there's
you!
just so much content,
I don't
and
even have to wait for DLC.
right. Um, Combat feels really good. Um, it's always felt good, but they've really refined it in this game. The questionable hitboxes are less so now, as things that look like they would pass over you. Like say your character goes and does a swing and they bend over, and you see something fly over you. Like normally that would still hit you, but in this game it can actually miss. So they've refined the combat. The whole exploration. I mean, you really don't feel like there's any space that's sort of useless. Like the entire landscape has something. You're never just bored just walking, trying to find something to do. Gosh, this part's hard to think and do at the same time.
Nope.
Um,
Oh, fuck me.
and
God damn it.
the spirit summons are cool. There's a ton of them. The weapons all look cool. The different ashes of war that you can get. I'm always excited to see what the new weapon I pick up does.
I don't really use the Ashes of War.
I haven't
Ever, I
necessarily
forget.
been swapping out Ashes of War because the weapons that I use, you can't do that. But I always go out and try the Ash of War. I'll just throw it on whatever weapon and try it out real quick. And I try to try out every weapon that I find. Even if I don't have the stats, I at least equip it just to look at it.
Yeah.
Enemy variety, boss variety, it's all really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of variety.
Yeah. You're not gonna be bored fighting the same, 3 enemy types the entire game. And yeah, I mean that's. We'll get into this other stuff, or I guess I can start off the other stuff. But like the game does have some issues. At least as far as performance in some areas where you'll have frame rate issues. There have been a couple of bugs that we've experienced.
God dang it.
Like spawning in a horse and the horse takes off. You float in the air and then you die.
I have not had that yet.
Had that twice so far, and it was just twice in a row, and I haven't gotten it since. But yeah. And then there is quite a bit of pop in, but it's only with like grass and stuff, so it's not that big of a deal.
I
But
hardly noticed it.
you
I
only
almost
really
never
notice
notice
it in the water areas.
Even then, I almost never noticed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're probably at a point where we've been playing it for so long that we just don't notice it anymore. Um, but were there any issues that y'all experienced?
Not really.
No.
There was a time that I was fighting that skelly guy that I thought you had killed, but he came back and you were like, "Oh, are you fighting something?" And then you're standing there watching me. I guess you saw me swinging at something, but you couldn't see what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, he got back up." You're like, "Really? I don't see him." And then just that pose, that the ring pose that just
Oh,
keeps
that's right.
disappearing from my
Keep
inventory for some
losing
reason.
that,
Yeah.
which is pretty weird. Not sure why that keeps happening.
Really strange. Not that big a deal, but it is a
Yes.
little bug.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I did.
Not game breaking or anything.
Um.
Just annoying.
Yeah. You just want to praise the ring.
That's all I want to do. Don't deny me.
So there's been conversations about whether this game deserves the 10 out of 10s, which it totally does, but um what do you guys think? Do y'all think it deserves 10 out of 10?
I'd give it a 9 out of 10, or
I'd
actually
give
more
it
of
a
an 8.
9.
I don't want to give it too much. There's still some things it can fix. You might have glitches here and there, so I'm not gonna give it a 9. If they do that, I'll give them a 9 because I don't really believe any game deserves to be called perfect.
Okay, Trixie?
I'd probably give it, just based on its own merits, I would say a 9. I would give it an 8 because it doesn't have all the things that I would want. Like, there are changes that I would make, but then it wouldn't be a FromSoft game, you know?
Yeah.
But this is their baby, this is how they do things, and I respect that. And so, knowing what their intentions are, it's a very well done game. The only reason why I take a point off is because of the few little bugs in it.
Yeah.
It is not a perfect game, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a really great game. It's
Yeah.
very well done.
Once they iron out the bugs, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. I personally would give it a 10 only because it is an example of what to do right with your game, because so many games don't know what they're doing anymore. They come out with hardly any content. There's
Everything's behind a paywall.
yeah, they want to charge you for things later. There's loot boxes, microtransactions. And the glitches and issues are there, but they're not so prominent, you know? Like, you're not
They're
going to
not game
experience
breaking.
that stuff all the time. And no game will ever have no bugs. Like, that's just not possible.
Right.
And as far as 10 out of 10, I mean, that's not like a perfect game, Like I said, I've experienced those issues. So I know the game's not perfect.
If they can give The
But
Last of Us 2 a 10 out of a 10.
I think this is very close to, like, one of the best examples of how to make an open world game, and two, just a fun game.
A
So
fun,
many
challenging, playable game.
studios don't care about making a fun game; they just want to make a game that takes your money. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. What do y'all think about the accessibility? Do y'all feel the game is more accessible than their previous
If we're talking
titles?
accessibility, if we could give it a score, it'd be 10 out of 10. It's more accessible to people who are who don't enjoy Dark Souls games as much.
Yeah,
A lot
it's easier
easier.
for newer people.
Yeah, lots of newer people and what's the word I'm looking for? Veterans of the Souls games to have fun.
I can see where some newbies would still have a lot of difficulty with it because they're so used to having their hands held.
Yeah.
And having everything basically laid out in front of their eyes so they don't have to go and search or
Yeah, and map markers all over
figure
the
things
place
out.
telling you go
Yeah.
here, go there.
Yeah.
Every NPC has to have a question mark over their head to tell you that they got a quest. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I can still see where there would be some difficulty for newbies, but anybody who actually enjoys gaming for the sake of gaming, I think would push through that and say, well, it's a challenge, but not an impossible one.
Yeah.
And it is a lot better than any of the Soulsborne games.
Okay. Yeah. Um, you're one of those people that's not, a die-hard Soulsborne player and
No, but I
struggle
have
with the
enough
games and you hate
I
them, you
have
don't
enough
ever want to
experience
play them.
though. Yeah, you forced me
But
to play them.
this game, you've sort of gotten hooked on this game, it seems. Like this is the game that's really pulled you in, and I assume that's because it's more accessible to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. I like having the freedom of running around and discovering for myself whether or not I'm high enough level to be there, strong enough to be there. Instead of, like the Souls games, it's like there were specific paths that you should take, and I'm like, shit, I don't know where to go. You can go left, right, or forward. That's it.
Yeah.
I like this open world experience where you can just go wherever, and if you get on your horse, you can just run straight through the stuff. You don't have to stop and fight everything.
Yeah.
You can go explore it just by hauling ass through it, which I think is the way to go, personally.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and I
really enjoy it.
think a part of the reason why some other people might be having a hard time, the newer players, I believe a lot of people miss the tutorial. I've been seeing that all over the place, where it's like people didn't know that there was a tutorial down that hole. They saw a hole and they were scared to jump in it, so they missed the
Holes are bad,
tutorial.
typically.
Yeah. Wizzle was one of those people that skipped the tutorial. So I'm not sure what they could do to sort of help people find that tutorial, because there is an NPC that's like, "Hey, jump in the hole." But I guess that's not good enough to be like, "Oh yeah, I'll just jump in there." This
He's
NPC
just some
told me
old guy sitting there. Nobody talks to them.
to. Yeah, so I think that would probably help out a lot of new players to have that tutorial. Was like, yeah, I didn't even know how you two-handed weapons until like 10 hours into the game.
You can two-hand weapons?
Yeah. In the
Ow.
tutorial, you hold Y and then right or left bumper, depending on.
I did the tutorial, but I couldn't figure that one out. I tried doing it. It didn't seem to work.
Yeah, so I've put out a video that would definitely help everyone. Like last night playing with Wizzle and Stingray, everything that they kept saying last night, I was like, I made a video for that. I made a video for that. But I only have 2 views on the video, and one of them's me. So, like, well, I got a video out there that'll help a lot of people, but everybody's going to the bigger people that sort of,
Nobody goes
they
to the
try
little
to do
chicken
a
smellers
video for
channel.
newcomers, but really they're talking to other veterans, you know? But there is something that I found out, that hugs are dangerous, and you don't
Yeah, I
want
don't understand
hugs.
how yet. I already got the hug. I already did the hug thing. I
Well,
was like, sure, why not? I did it once. That was it.
that's good.
That's all I was gonna do.
Don't do it anymore.
Don't do it any
Because
more than that.
every time you hug her, she takes 5% of your health.
That
Permanently.
bitch. That's why I keep dying.
So, yes, you do get that buff thing from her, but at the price of 5% of your health, I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
not worth
necessarily
it.
worth it.
Oh, screw that hoe.
Do you exit off your maximum
You
health?
hug
Yeah.
my sword.
Permanently, 5% of your health will be gone.
There's no way to get it back.
I only did it once.
Like,
I
what
didn't
if
know
we
what it
kill
did,
her?
so.
Yeah, you did it
I
once and now you
don't
have
know.
herpes. You
I don't know if killing her will do anything. Currently at the point that I'm at in the game, she's not even in there anymore. I don't know where she went. But yeah, that probably wouldn't fix it. But I don't know. Do y'all prefer try tongue butthole, or do y'all like the new try finger butthole? Or do you
I
have a
mean,
preference?
I prefer finger because tongue kind of grosses me out, but it is funnier. It is funnier. It's just gross. As long as I'm not eating. But I'm always eating while I'm playing, so.
All the time.
Not good. Not good. Well, I can't help but snack while I'm playing. It keeps me from clenching my jaw in anger.
Oh yeah?
To just chew, yeah. Pretty sure that's
Need
what
like
it is. That's
a
my
piece of
excuse.
wood to bite down on?
No, there's no nutritional value there. I guess fiber. I don't know.
I don't know, the dogs seem
Oh,
to love it.
I got my trail mix. I got jerky. I've got
Yo,
my
mama.
little cracker things. Got your mama.
Your mama.
Your mama. Oh, I need that.
So for a little bit when the game first came out, everybody was, for whatever reason, thinking that because people were talking about the frame rate issues, everybody assumed the game was like Cyberpunk.
Oh, because of the frame rate issues?
Because of the frame rate issues.
I
They
mean, the
assumed
frame rate
all
issues are
the
nowhere
game must
near
have
as.
been like Cyberpunk.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
So they're just making the assumption
Yeah.
without
They,
playing
they
it and
didn't want to
finding out
buy
for
it because they
themselves.
didn't want another Cyberpunk situation.
Okay, that's understandable. Nobody wants another cyberpunk issue. Not that we
For
had
sure.
issues, but nobody
But
wants to put up with that garbage.
it kind of shows that they didn't even know what the issues were with Cyberpunk.
No, but
Because,
talk is cheap.
I mean, if you look at the complaints about Elden Ring, they're nowhere near Cyberpunk level. But, speaking of complaints, we have some game devs that, apparently aren't a fan of Elden Ring. Criticizing the game.
It's fine to not be a fan, and it's fine to criticize it for
It's fine to
whatever issues
criticize
it
for
has.
sure, but
I mean, you should speak your mind if you disagree with something or you dislike something. Fine, yeah, speak your mind. Go ahead.
what they're saying is that Elden Ring doesn't deserve the recognition it's getting.
Hmm.
Um, which the guy that started this is a Ubisoft employee. So right off the bat, if you work at Ubisoft, I mean, you don't really have room to talk.
Not at all.
um, so we have this douchebag talking about the game UX. So UI and all that stuff.
User experience or user interface,
Yeah.
same thing. They're talking about the same thing there.
Um, basically saying that Elden Ring doesn't have a very good user experience. Compared to Far Cry games, I guess, since he works at Ubisoft, or
Yeah,
I guess
what's
Ubisoft games.
so that's in relation to what? Is it just Far Cry that he's talking about? Is that the stuff that he
Well,
worked on,
Ubisoft,
or
I don't know what this guy's worked on. It was either Watch
so
Dogs, Assassin's Creed, or
yeah.
Far Cry. um, but yeah, he went after FromSoft really hard for no reason. I mean, their games never do that great, to be honest. I mean, compared to other games, because their games are just so copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's why we don't play them, because they're all basically the same game. Once you've played one,
you
you've
played them
played them
all.
all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So you had him going after FromSoft. You had some other people chiming in. Nix's software, somebody that works there. I have no clue what that studio is. I know that they're a PlayStation studio.
Oh, okay. Well, those guys are
But
bitter
what
about
they've made, I have
life
no
anyway.
clue.
Who?
Yeah, we should have looked that up. Like,
Nix's
what do they make?
software?
Don't know it.
Let's find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's.
Look, it pops right up. Everybody must be Googling it to figure out what they even make since this lady's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Projects.
Avengers.
Avengers, Tomb Raider, and Deus Ex, and Tomb Raider again. So yeah, so she's sitting there talking about graphics, um, which I mean, I don't know what part they took in Tomb Raider or Deus Ex, but they're not the studios that make those games, so uh, I don't even know, man. Who is it? It's Crystal Dynamics did the Tomb Raider games, so this studio just had a small helping hand in it. And I don't remember who does Deus Ex, but it's not them.
So they're just a little side studio that kind of
Yeah,
helps
this
out
is
with a
just
few
a
little
little
things.
support studio.
Yeah, but they're talking like they're the big dogs, huh?
Yeah, so you got this lady talking about how the graphics aren't good, and as far as stability and performance, I could see that. I mean, it's not like that bad. Like, it's certain areas where you have those issues, which is an issue.
Well,
It does need to be fixed, but
on PC it might be a slightly different issue. We don't play on PC.
yeah, but I mean, people do, and I mean, most of the reviews that I've watched come from people playing PC. And you know, they would talk about the frame rate issues that they had, but again, it wasn't like, oh yeah, it was the entire time. Like, I just couldn't play slideshow mode.
Right.
Um, and as far as
Yeah, was it keeping you
graphics
from playing?
go, it's like, yeah, the game's not like ultra realistic, but that's not what it's going for. It's not going to try and be
It's
the
it's
most.
not as sharp as like Dark Souls 3 was.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
that's
Dark
gonna
Souls 3 it
come
looks much more
from
crisp
being
and
an open world. I mean, it has to load more stuff, so resolution is not gonna be as good because it has to render so much stuff. They have to
yeah.
adjust for that. But
Are there games
artistically,
that have better graphics that are open world?
um,
Like
I mean, I
Black
guess
Desert
that,
or
yeah, I guess Black Desert.
Is it better graphics? Like more?
I would
mean, I
say
guess it's
it's
maybe not as technical. I don't know.
pretty realistic looking. Um, I guess that Horizon Forbidden West thing. I mean, there are games with better graphics, for sure. But artistically, there's not really an open world game like Elden Ring, you know? Like I stop to just look around all the time when playing Elden Ring. You know, I've already taken multiple screenshots just because I'm like, this place looks freaking cool.
Yeah, it is really pretty.
So artistically, the game's got a lot of stuff beat, I think.
It's just graphically, it's not as
Yeah,
sharp and
which,
clear.
you
And...
know, I, it's like most people have a PC and play Minecraft. Like, what are you talking about, graphics, lady?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
Well, like you
Graphics.
look at the
Like, graphics aren't
eighty-something-year-old lady that
everything.
plays Skyrim still. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I assume she's playing it on PC,
who
but
knows?
she's constantly posting pics of just these beautiful scenes in Skyrim.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not really any better,
Yeah, but
but it's
it's
still
like,
beautiful.
graphics aren't everything, you know? Like, it's not all about the graphics. We play plenty of things. You know how many of those, like, games that are, like, 8-bit side scrollers that come out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody plays those. They're not graphically, like, impressive.
I mean, look at what we're playing right now.
Exactly.
We're enjoying the hell
But
out of it.
the art style, you know, people really like the art style or the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what it's about. It's not about having top tier graphics.
Right. But you gotta have something to complain about, you know?
Yeah, I guess she's bored at her job. Like, they don't make any more Tomb Raider games. She's got nothing to do. um,
I don't remember which pet does it.
You gotta feel sorry for her.
somebody should. What pet are you looking for?
The one that increases magic damage.
Oh,
I think it's this one.
Is
Cyclops.
this an
Yeah, I
eyeball?
think so. Yeah.
Can you just pick up the eyeball? I don't have the eyeball. That's new. I've never seen that guy before. I don't remember what anybody does.
Go to the front. I can't really have much of a say in the situation about the game, since again I didn't really play it that much. It's one I text friends and foe alike.
Well, what do you think of the graphics? Like, do you think the graphics are awful
They were
and that
just
shouldn't be as good because of the graphics?
it just seemed to just be fine to me.
Yeah. Did you find out if your pet is the one that boosts magic?
Hmm.
And then you have this guy from Guerrilla Games. He's a quest designer, and
What the hell's Guerrilla Games?
they're the ones that do the Horizon Forbidden West and that
Who the
stuff.
hell cares about them? Are you certain you want bipolar bear?
He he said that the quest design in Elden Ring is bad. Um, which he clearly has never played a FromSoft game, so he doesn't understand how quest design works in their games. Um, but yeah, he thinks the quest design's bad because it doesn't point you where to go all the time. Um, so
Hey,
these
my pet.
three people
Oh,
have,
did I take it?
yeah. Uh, so these three people have gone into hiding because, of course, they kind of have
Yeah,
to.
you screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah, I mean, one, you're attacking developers and just being douchebags, but two, you're attacking um FromSoft fans.
Is that what you want?
Yep, this'll work.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
God.
Stupid bipolar bear. Yeah, I would imagine they go off the grid after that one, because the Souls community also was pretty brutal about people dissing their games, for one. Two,
I
the
mean,
game is good itself.
here's the
Fuck.
thing. If you don't like it and you're going to make a comment, a public comment like that,
Be prepared for the
have some.
repercussions.
Well, yeah, defend your opinion.
Yeah,
If you
they didn't
honestly have that
expand
opinion,
on
then that's
anything. They
fine.
didn't offer any
No,
like reasoning behind it or any
no, they offered
suggestions on how to
nothing. All they
improve
did
it.
was bitch. Well, I don't like it. I don't think it deserves it. Okay, why? Why, jackass?
Yeah.
You know that's how this works. If
What
somebody
is
was
your
dogging
reason?
your game, you would be like, "Well, why?
Yeah.
Why don't you like it? What could we have done differently or better or whatever?" And
Yeah.
they've offered nothing. All they offered was a whine.
Yeah.
Just bitching and complaining. No constructive criticism, just criticism.
Yeah.
Which I think in the gaming world, I figured there was like a code of conduct, between developers. They all kind of support each
You
other.
don't
If they have
attack
something
another
negative to say,
developer's work.
yeah, they do it constructively. They're
Yeah.
like, well, here's how I think that could have been done,
Alright, we're done.
or I didn't like it. It's not what I care for. It's not the way I would have done it, or something. They could have been more tactful about it and
Yeah, I
more
mean, at
respectful.
least in school that I went to, uh, they had you give feedback as well as receive feedback,
Right.
to help you with that,
Constructively.
and it's constructive. Yeah.
Grab some heals real
Right.
quick.
So you learn how to effectively communicate without just being a jackass.
Yeah.
These guys obviously didn't go to that school. I'm not sure where they went, but they didn't get that. They didn't get that class.
Yeah. These people have no clue how to handle this. So yeah, is there anything else y'all want to say about that or
It's
Elden
weird
Ring?
It's
to me that
just
they took it so personally. That they felt the need to retaliate personally and publicly.
Yeah, like
So I just
FromSoft
wonder.
went after their game specifically.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're not trying to show you up. We did something and we're getting more praise for it than yours did. That's
Yeah.
all. Just keep your mouth shut and do better.
Because they
Here's the
they
bar.
tried something new in the open world space. It's not necessarily anything new as far as FromSoft goes, but it
It's
is
just never
new
been
in the
done in an
open
open
world
world.
space.
Mm-hmm.
And now
It's outside the
Elden Ring
formula.
is the example. Like, this is what
Mm-hmm.
everyone else has to make their game like if they want to compete.
It's different from the template. How
Yeah.
dare you stray from the template?
So,
That's all. And it's also interesting to me that it's three different developers from three different studios.
seriously, I
yeah.
kind
And
of don't really care about.
they're complaining about the issues that they specifically are tasked to do at their companies.
hmm
Like the UX guy was complaining about the UX, and the oh, who was it? The
Quest designer.
Well, we don't know about the
quest
graphics
designer
lady.
was complaining about the quests, and so I mean, you would think they'd be speaking as experts because that's what their
Yeah.
job title is. That's their expertise. So it would hold more weight.
Yeah, but the
But
way that they're
if you're just gonna
talking, I mean, it
whine,
sounds like they don't have any expertise because they didn't offer any.
nope.
So anything else
Finally
on
made it.
that or Elden Ring?
Mm, not yet. No, I'm just wondering how things are going to develop, and I wonder, if those guys were forced to lock out their accounts, like
Like the company told
you're
them
on
to do it.
probation. Yeah, you're on probation now. You're
Or
not
they
allowed to
had
be
to
on
go into
Twitter for
damage
a bit.
control after they got a lot of flack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Because they've made the
And go-
company
It
look
does make
bad.
the whole company look bad because now everybody's
Mhm.
attacking Ubisoft and this
Yep.
Nix and the Gorilla.
Even though nobody knows who they are, everybody's attacking them.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully they are learning a lesson at least. Now, I'm sure they won't get fired over it, but they'll
No, although
be
they should.
severely reprimanded. I don't think they should be fired, but they do need some coaching, some training. Oh, these are our guys. I'm trying to hit them. Yeah, they do need a good stern
I think they should
talking
be
to
fired
from
for
mommy or
attacking
daddy.
their own
Attacking another
kind.
studio. Yeah, their own people.
You know, these are other
Yeah.
artists and developers that they're attacking for no reason.
You should never attack people.
I have a
Whoever it
theory
is.
here.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's your theory?
I kind of feel like they're mad because FromSoft kind of went into what they consider their territory is. Open world.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
they're kind of a
exactly
little
what
threatened
happened.
by it.
Yeah.
It is?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I guess my
Got
theory
their-
is not. Hold
Got
on.
their toes stepped on.
Yeah, because these are all open world developers. Yeah, all work on open world games. So yeah, it's definitely because the FromSoft moved in on their space and is blowing them out of the water. You know.
Nobody likes that. You know, this is my thing. This is what I do, and you're doing
This
it better
should
than
be
me. How dare
pushing
you?
these developers to try harder on their next game. See what FromSoft did and be like, we can do better. You know?
Yep. I just wonder if, maybe a manager or somebody, said something to them like, well, yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't think of that. Why haven't you guys, presented that idea to us and
Yeah,
said, hey,
change
we want to
their
change up the
plans on
open world
all their
experience a
next
little
game.
bit. Yeah.
Like,
They'll
all
probably
right, now
take
we
At
have to
least
make
think
inspiration.
outside the box.
Yeah.
They'll probably. Yeah, no, that those things probably did really hurt the reputation of those companies.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if I worked at those
It's
studios, I'd
temporary.
call these people idiots in their face, man.
Yeah. I mean, it does leave a bad taste in your mouth, but it is only temporary. It was just a couple of
Yeah, for
comments
sure.
of whatever. And it'll all blow over in a week or two.
Yeah,
Nobody will give a crap.
as long as they keep their social media locked down, it'll blow over.
Yeah.
As long as they don't continue to say stupid things.
You just have to be careful with that. It'll be like company wide, everybody will have to sit in this meeting and discuss, how you use your personal social media accounts while representing the studio,
Yeah.
Be careful what you say. We don't want to have to go through and approve everything you say, but
Like the harassment meetings that they have and stuff. It'll be like
yeah.
one of those, but for this.
You can keep harassing, just don't share
Yeah,
it
that's how a
publicly. Don't let
Ubisoft meeting
anybody
goes. You
catch
can
you
keep
doing it.
harassing people here, just not out there.
Yeah,
All right.
just not in the public eye. God, so douchey.
Freaking Ubisoft. That's what gets me the most, man. Out of all of them that had to say something, the Ubisoft guy.
Yeah, that douche.
Like, your company doesn't have enough issues, bro.
Like, you're so great that you even deserve to comment. Like, your opinion even matters.
Alright. So, on to the next topic. We got some rumors on a Fallout New Vegas dose.
What?
Mm,
Says
those
who?
words please
Who's
me.
spreading these rumors?
But also worry me because of the Bethesda's track record so far.
Yeah, screw Bethesda.
Because I loved New Vegas, but they certainly screwed the pooch quite a bit.
So there are rumors that it could be Obsidian working on it. but
Oh, then
I
fuck
can't
yeah.
imagine that they'd be working on it though. You know, because it's like
If
they
they
have
do work
so
on it, then
much
yeah,
on their
I'd
plate.
be down. But if they
And would
don't,
they
I
still
don't
be
really
willing
care.
to do anything for Bethesda?
Yeah,
Probably
Is
not.
that
after
Probably let
Bethesda
it.
relationship
screwed them
still?
last
Yeah.
time.
We should probably let this guy die.
Okay. You're welcome, buddy.
um,
There's
so
chicken over here.
it's Fallout New Vegas 2, and I'm sort of wondering like what can they do with that, because it's got to take place in obviously New Vegas again.
The
uh,
story kind of ended in that game, though.
and
That's the
and
problem.
yeah, and Fallout always takes place in the 50s. So do they go forward in time? Do they go backwards in time? Like, how do you
It's
handle
a
the
futuristic
sequel?
50s world. It's
Mm,
like, what can you do?
Because it's
just a
like, if it's a
parallel
sequel, then it
universe
has to either pick
with a
up
separate
from.
timeline.
Yeah, I guess it could
Then
be a
it
separate
had to be like
timeline
the
thing.
Mass Effect route, where your choices affect your current game. What they'd have to do. But I don't know. That's kind of.
Because I'm kind of thinking like, maybe we don't need a Fallout New Vegas 2. Like, we just need Obsidian to make a new Fallout game because they're better at it. But it
Well,
doesn't have to
could
be a New
they?
Vegas, like any
Remaster
other
fucking New
location,
Vegas.
or
Could they
remaster.
do
Yeah.
a DLC? Could they expand on New Vegas?
They've already got DLCs, and the game's so old. Like, putting out a DLC now would be a little weird. I mean, they could, I guess,
Okay.
but the game's like, I don't know, 10 years old, something like that now.
Really?
It still
Really?
holds up pretty well. Oh, I died.
Not only like 5 or I don't know, I guess 6
It's
maybe
pretty
now.
old.
And it came
Older
out
than you
on
think it is.
360.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
think it came out in like 2010.
12 years old.
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
it's an old game.
Yeah, October 19th, 2010.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, they could do a DLC, but it would not really make any sense.
There's always a place that you hear about in the game, New California.
Yeah.
New California.
Although
We
that's
need to
in
revamp that
California,
place
right? Like,
anyway.
not New Vegas, or is there a place in Vegas called California? I don't know.
That's where the NCR are from. New
Okay, so they're
California.
from California. So like, if New Vegas was actually called like New California instead or something, and it took place in California, like that would be kind of
Everybody's dead.
But I would like them to remaster it more, but I don't trust Bethesda with that job.
cool. Yeah.
Nah. I don't trust Bethesda with anything. These guys can suck it. They should have. Uncle Phil should have gone in and fucking cleaned house on that one. He didn't.
Yeah. Which
That
I
rat
believe they.
faced Fink shouldn't even
I
have a job
watched Angry
anymore.
Joe's video today, and they put out a 5-year roadmap, and the 5-year roadmap is all stuff for Fallout 76 for 5 years. They're gonna be putting
Oh
out
god.
stuff.
See, they haven't learned a goddamn thing. These guys are garbage. It's just as long as you keep that little weasel face punk ass bitch in charge of anything, they're not gonna go anywhere. They're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
He's just trash. That is worthless. That should
Which
have been the
one?
first thing Uncle
There's
Phil
two
did.
worthless people at that studio.
Okay, well, both of them really, but one of them that really chaps my hide, and we don't want to mention his name because it'll just set me off.
I don't remember what name we gave him. The
Do we
Bethesda
just remember
Howard.
the
episode.
name?
Toward. Or Coward, if you also want to call him that.
Coward, yeah. Old coward.
Yeah.
Fucking little puss.
So I guess this is just a question for you, Go, since my mother hasn't played New Vegas. At least I don't think she
Yeah.
has.
Nope. I've watched you play it a little bit. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played it myself.
Okay, what's the
What
shoot?
would you like to see in the sequel?
If in the sequel,
Yeah.
the same formula used in Fallout New Vegas. I want skills to be your special stats to affect your game. Your other stats also affect the game, like your gun skills and all that. I want to be returning to form.
Yeah, instead of it just being speech to influence people, have, gun
Yeah.
skills to influence people that are like,
Yeah,
a
instead of just
murderer or something.
charisma. Yeah. I want my skills to affect my game.
Yeah. Create more choice.
Yeah, and I want there to be just more than one way to complete a single quest. That's what I liked about New Vegas. There's like a lot of quests you can complete so many different ways. So
Yeah.
you can always keep trying for the other ways the quest ends.
Yeah. Gives it that replayability. Yeah, for sure. That's probably the same thing that I would like to see, is just the choice stay.
More and a new engine.
And a new engine,
Yeah.
Because the fucking creation kit fucking sucked dog water.
yeah. But that's probably not gonna happen. It would be nice though.
Probably not.
Unreal. Just make it an Unreal, please.
Yeah, Fallout would be good in Unreal, the newest Unreal.
Yeah, Unreal 5, could you imagine?
With
That'd
ray
be
tracing.
I mean, Fallout 76 has got ray tracing, because 16 times the detail.
Oh god.
Ray tracing for those God
Those
rays that
god
come out of the
rays.
fucking earth.
Yep. That's how you want to get your god rays. Straight from the
Oh
ground.
man.
Homegrown god rays.
Yeah. Plant them God rays.
I would love Obsidian to work on New Vegas,
Yeah.
but I know it's not gonna happen because they did kind of Bethesda kind of screwed Obsidian.
Well, I mean, if Uncle Phil is negotiating the deal on that, yeah, they may be willing. But if it's coming directly from Coward and his crew, they'd probably be like, no, you can screw yourself.
Fucking Pete Hines, I hate that look. I don't want to say the word I wanted to say because you can always bleep it out. That little cocksucker. I hope he fucking dies. He's literally just shit talked all the player base of that game.
Yeah.
Of the games. And he deserves
We
all
have
my ire.
Strong opinions about these guys.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
never
someone who
met.
enjoyed their game.
We'll never meet.
Maybe.
But if I did, I'd have no problem calling him a pencil dick to his face. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I guess you're not gonna get a job offer from that studio. I'm sorry.
I don't think you want
I don't want you working for them. Like, I'd be so disappointed.
Yeah. Well, is there another
How can you have
studio
such
that
low
you
standards?
think would be good if Obsidian wasn't the studio?
I mean, it's never going to happen, but fucking FromSoft.
FromSoft.
Oh gosh, yeah. Good luck.
That
with
would
that.
be
But yeah,
interesting.
that would be cool.
I'm wondering how they would
But
handle
you can't
gun
tell me that wouldn't be
combat.
cool. That wouldn't be kind of fun though, if they actually got a chance to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
But I can't think of any other good RPG company that I could really think of.
Yeah.
I know FromSoft's never going to do it, but I that would be a cool idea though if they actually got a chance to do it. I would love to see how that would work.
Is there anything that you would like to see different in a sequel?
Oh shit, we're about to get kicked. No.
I already said it already. Just a better engine, so the game isn't
Just a
as
better
buggy.
engine. Yeah.
Better graphics. Little more color in the world besides just
That's the one
yellow.
I really want. Is just more color because it was just so brown and gray, man.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing a thing in the Nevada desert. It's fucking bland
Yeah.
out there.
Like I know it's the desert and I know it's nuclear apocalypse, but can we plant some trees or something?
That's the only thing New
Well, that's what
76 got right. Is
they could
because of
have
the plants.
done.
It's
Yeah, I mean they're radioactive. Everything should just be radioactive,
Everything should
right?
just
Like
be
they could make
glowing.
yeah, like a funky glow. Like you would take something green, but now it's a radioactive glow, so it doesn't necessarily make it more green. I don't know. It does something to the color and makes it all
like I said,
like
that's the
blue or
only thing
something
that
weird.
76 got right is just there's more greenery in the world.
Yeah.
It's not as drab and barren.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, the Chernobyl site and it's super green there. I mean, it's
That has been a while though.
yeah, but
But that
even
Yeah, it's
these
been a
games, I
minute.
mean, these people aren't exiting the bunker immediately. Like it's always years later, you know? So I feel like they could have some green in there. Other colors.
God, I'm so fucking hurt. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, there just needs to be more color in the game. The game is just so New Vegas is just so brown and drab. There's
Yeah.
no color.
And I know it's always supposed to be in the 50s, but I mean, maybe taking it to, the 60s, 70s wouldn't
That'd be
be
kind of
like
cool.
awful,
Update a little bit.
Yeah.
Alternate
And
universe
you can see
Fallout.
what New Vegas has
Really?
become since the first one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Not much else I could say about it.
Yeah.
And as long as those two don't have any involvement in it, I don't care.
Yeah. Hopefully they're
But
too
that's
busy filming their TV show or whatever.
TV show.
Yeah. They're making a TV show, a Fallout show.
Hmm. As long as they don't have to handle the
finally.
graphics.
So anything else you want to talk about with New Vegas 2?
No, not really.
Okay. Um, so the next thing, there really isn't much to say about it, but since we had already talked about it in a previous episode, Futurama got Bender, the voice actor.
Woohoo!
So now we have the full cast.
Yay!
So what
Look at the
was the
real
issue?
Futurama.
I don't know if they ever said. Uh, I think they kind of kept that hush hush.
The
um,
world may never
Probably just
know.
I assume it was pay.
probably. Oh my
Um,
god.
but yeah, so that'll be cool. Feel a little more confident about the reboot.
Yeah, might actually be good.
Yeah.
I know it's a story. I know the Futurama was good, but I felt like the story was wrapped up pretty nicely. I want to know how they're gonna continue it, or they're just gonna make it kind of a different thing.
Yeah, if it's just gonna be like starting fresh again, or if they're actually gonna try and continue from where they left off.
Alternate universe. You never know.
Don't they run a restaurant now instead of a delivery service or shipping or whatever?
What? It's just Bob's Burgers on Futurama now.
Yeah, basically.
Lag.
Who knows? They're they're or trash or recycling company or something. They have to go around and pick up garbage throughout the universe and recycle materials and.
So it's just a PSA for recycling, for cleaning the earth.
Well, see, you can make the jokes about
Oh.
how much energy and water and all these things that you use trying to recycle, or like we're just accumulating so much garbage, and it gives Bender a job to do, because he's got to handle all that waste,
Yeah.
refuse, and
This just sounds like
what
a
he does with it.
PSA.
It's not a PSA. It's just the absurdity and the struggles of
Oh, well, if you
trying
wouldn't
to.
mind, sorry. I
I
need
don't
some
even need
heals.
any of this food. Yeah, why did I pick up any of that garbage?
I'm hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm kind of glad they
they
got.
didn't really deliver a lot of stuff in the show, though.
No, yeah. I mean, they would fly around and do stuff, but it was mostly just random adventures.
Yeah. Which I think that's how they should keep it as randomness, like instead of like
Yeah, but they gotta
creating
have a
like a
purpose.
full like storyline where like each episode leads into the next.
But what is the purpose in them being together? Like, what brought them together?
Well, it
That was
depends. Are they
already.
continuing from where they
Hey,
left
we're
off?
back.
I mean, because then we already know how they came together, you know?
I only do 2 damage.
I was just trying to come up with a reason for them to be running
Trash
around
people.
the universe.
Oh.
Just be trash collectors
I'm the
and
trash man.
recyclers. Yeah, just some silly mundane job. Another silly mundane job, and then the adventures that they have while doing that mundane thing to keep things interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you dig.
you dig.
So anything else y'all want to say about Bender, Futurama?
Yep, just happy to hear it.
It'll complete the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're doing it right.
Without all the voice actors, the show doesn't ever feel right.
You think
Yeah.
that wasn't there like a petition or something going around for that? I
Yeah.
think that's what kind of.
I don't think so, because those never affect anything.
No, they don't.
Well, it shows how many people are in support of things one way or another. Shows the passion. If nobody did anything, if there wasn't a petition, or if there was a petition and only like 100 people signed it, they'll be like, yeah, I guess it's really not that big of a deal that we had Bender. Not a big deal. Nobody gives a crap.
Yeah.
But no, if you got a petition going around and hundreds of thousands of people are signing it, then they're like, okay, well, this is kind of an important thing, so
Well, look at Battlefield
we need to reach an
2042. They're
agreement.
not doing anything about that petition.
Yeah, but those people are garbage,
Well,
obviously. I mean, they prove that time and time again.
garbage
They don't
people
give a
are
shit.
everywhere. They're in everything.
Yeah, that's true. Got you there.
um. So the next thing we can talk about in our extra topics here, Platinum's new game that they released. So remember how we
What does
talked about
Platinum
they
do?
wanted to do a live service, get into
Mm.
those games? Well, they've
No.
released their first live service, and it's apparently awful.
Damn, Platinum.
What
Kind
is
of
it?
screwed.
Babylon's Fall, which I believe is like a Final Fantasy spin-off.
Is that on
It's
console
on
or just
PC
PC?
and
Or...
PlayStation 5.
I haven't
Oh,
heard
okay,
anything of
that's
that
where
other.
they went
Oh.
wrong.
Um,
I haven't heard anything about that other Final Fantasy game they released. I don't know what it's called.
uh, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure which other one they're doing. The Team Ninja one, right? The
Yes, that one.
Chaos, Chaos, Chaos. Uh,
It looked like it'd be pretty cool. Kind of promising.
yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be better than Babylon's Fall, because that one it launched, and the launch day had a peak of 600 players.
Launch day.
Yeah, and the last count that I saw, it was it had reached a peak of a little less than 2,000, I
Hmm.
believe. This
So
is
it's
a
growing.
co-op live service game. So
But
you and three
there's already a
friends are
good
supposed to
co-op
go in.
fucking Final Fantasy game. It's called Final Fantasy 14.
Which they borrowed assets from
Oh my
make this
fucking
game.
god.
The armor sets are from Final Fantasy 14. Which, they were
Genius.
given permission to do that, but still, like,
But to just copy and paste.
yeah, they couldn't
Yeah.
bother to make their
No
own.
originality.
So,
Good
this is
job.
Platinum's first attempt at a live service, and I think it proves that they should not do live service games.
No,
I honestly have no idea
they
what they're doing.
shouldn't. They're much better at one-off games.
Yeah. Amber Alert.
Yep.
People getting kidnapped over there or something.
Oh,
All the
there's
time.
always somebody getting kidnapped. Burn it.
That seems
Sometimes
kind of
not
bad.
even near us. Sometimes it's like in freaking Austin or something.
It's like it's at least once a week.
Yeah.
Once a fucking week. God.
It seems like it. We're getting a freaking Amber Alert. Somebody's
People
doing
can't
something
hold on to
stupid with the
children, man.
kids. No.
What is parenting?
Yeah, and they obviously don't know. They should not be parents.
But yeah, so Babylon's Fall, not good. Everyone's saying don't get it. Now the people that do have it and that are playing it quite a bit are saying it gets better, like 10 hours in.
10 hours
But
in.
you have to make it 10
That's-
hours in, so.
Yeah. What
that
makes
should
it better
never
after
be the
10
hook of the
hours?
game.
Right?
Yeah.
That
The
should
game
never
should
be
Stick
your
just
with
selling
it.
point. It gets good 10 hours in, so you should buy this game. And they say it gets better. Not that it necessarily gets good, just that it gets better. So yeah, another failed live service.
They should really just stick to Bayonetta and fucking other game. Those games they know.
Yeah, they should stick with the
Maybe
things that they know.
Scalebound. Hopefully Scalebound. It's one of
I
those
mean,
things.
creatively be unique, but
I know.
genre-wise, just look around at all the failed live services. You know?
It's tough to do, I guess.
Well, your game should never be. It's kind of hard to make a live service game unless you're an MMO.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that nobody starts with a good full game. They start off with half of a game. Like, well, if y'all had started from a full game and then said we will build on from here as a live service, that would be fine. But they never do.
Yeah, it's an easier pill to swallow.
They just rush it out the door. Like, we'll give you the rest of the stuff later. And the last topic that I have here is something that I just saw today, and I thought it was weird. Snoop Dogg joins FaZe Clan.
What?
FaZe Clan.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's a member of FaZe now.
Alright.
He's pretty good at the game though. Talk about Call of
Is
Duty.
he?
He's actually not bad at it. Yeah. Watched him play.
So as far as I know, he's not going to be like doing tournaments. He just has to make content for them. So, just streaming videos, maybe doing YouTube, I don't know.
Just because he's Snoop Dogg, not because he's so great at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. It's just because he's probably Snoop Dogg. He's Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg, not probably Snoop Dogg. He is.
I can't support that. Like, I don't give a crap. Like, good on him. Like, that's... I guess it's cool,
I like
but
Snoop
I don't give a
Dogg,
shit.
but I don't give a crap about fucking Face Clan.
Yeah.
And I don't give a crap that he plays Call of Duty. I mean, it's cool that he plays Call of Duty, but, it's not like... I don't know. For me, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
He could be in our party right now. I'd be like, yep, Snoop Dogg's here. I guess some people will care.
I like the game. There's nothing wrong with Snoop Dogg. I'm just saying it's just Face Clan. I
There's
don't give
nothing
a
wrong
crap
with
about.
Snoop. That's my point. There's nothing wrong with him, but there's nothing great about it. It's like, okay,
It's you're in a clan. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really need it because you generally seem to be doing well off without being part of Face Clan.
It's just interesting to see a rapper and a celebrity join a gaming league,
I don't know. To me, they're not anything special. They're just other human beings. So it's not. I don't know. It's just not that big a deal to me.
I mean, yeah, they are just other human beings, but usually the famous people don't, like Vin Diesel and that one chick playing Tekken, however they pronounce it wrong.
Tekken. I can't remember.
What's
her name?
like
Michelle Rodriguez.
most of the time that they don't really know anything about games, or they pretend like they do, or they only play like Madden. It's like football players just play sports
Like, yeah, I
games.
play video games. No, you play Madden.
Like,
you do not play video games. You play fucking
it's just
Madden.
interesting.
Play some Tekken.
Tekken. Which, like, in Korea, it's more common. Like, K-pop stars and stuff are playing in
That's really
leagues
big
and stuff.
there.
So,
like, StarCraft is really big over there. So
yeah.
That's a given, though.
So, like, a U.S., celebrity is a little strange.
I guess. I don't know.
You think of them as like, what's a video game? Get in your basement, loser.
Oh, I got one. I guess. To me, I'm just like, they're people with, a job that's different from most of our jobs. They pretend to be other people for a living. Or, they pretend to be something that they're not for a living, and they're different, but they're just people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't surprise me that any of them play video games. And I don't know. And if they want to be a part of FaZe Clan, I guess, go ahead and do your thing. Those douchebags. You want to be associated with those dickheads, I guess you can.
Well,
I
think if you're going to be joining a clan, you probably go for the more popular
big one.
if you're a celebrity.
I wouldn't. I would want to build up, a little no-name, a decent clan,
Build your own.
Yeah, or build your own.
Yeah.
Be like, well, this is an inclusive thing, not an elite thing. Oh, it's the most popular, and they only allow, these kind of people in, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm part of.
Elitist shit.
You can fuck yourself. Yeah.
I have something to talk about with that situation, with those kind of topics. Once we're done with this.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if there's anything else to say.
Not really. Snoop Dogg's in FaZe Clan.
Well,
pretty fucking good.
There's a lot of turmoil in over the new raid, because since Bungie extended the timer, people are complaining that the day one raid emblem is easier for newer players to get. Which, for me, it's just a fucking emblem. I want to see why people are getting their fucking panties in a cross for fucking emblem.
So they want to
It's
feel
really just
special, is what it
yes,
is.
they want the elite title of being able to clear that raid day one.
They want
Really
people to
all
see
it's
their
for.
emblem and be jealous.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's a fucking emblem. It just shows, okay, yeah, you beat the raid the first day. Good for you.
Yeah, which why can't you have a lot of people with that, you know?
I thought that was good. It shows
Like,
that
it
people have an
doesn't
interest in that activity.
diminish your accomplishment. Like,
It's just that elitist mentality,
yeah.
PC Master Race. I'm better than you are. Blah, 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 bullshit. Are we supposed to be fighting each other?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I should have been attacking them.
Oh my
I
god,
was like,
that's
why
my
are you
bad.
hitting me and how are you doing damage? I'm not hurting you. I don't think. I don't know. I was just
Yeah, I'm
jumping
just
around.
tired of elitist gamers who think that just because of a certain item that they're better than everyone else.
I'm tired of elitist people. Elitist people are garbage.
Yes.
They are less than.
You would have won if I didn't have that heal. It's just, I don't see what the big deal about being, oh, I'm better, I have this item, I'm better than you. Well, who gives a crap? It's
Yeah, I
just an
mean,
item.
I'm all about helping people get that stuff, you know?
It's
Like, I
more
would want to help more
accessible.
people get that item.
People complain that they put the rage release on Saturdays. Well, it's like, what does that do with you? It's okay, it's on Saturdays. That shouldn't really piss you off. It just means it's more of a fair contest.
Yeah, like, you just have more competition now for no reason. Like, it doesn't really
Yep.
affect you, but I guess it's your competition. You think it is, at least. Like, it's
Yeah,
just other
okay.
people
The
doing their thing.
only bragging rights for that raid, for a raid on day one, is the world's first raid. So that means you cleared the first one,
Yeah, and you
the
get,
first
like, name
raid.
recognition, right? Like, they
Yeah, you
post
get
it
name
somewhere.
recognition, and you get like a kind of like a championship belt kind of thing, a raid belt. It's
Oh,
like, okay, yeah, that's recognition. I understand wanting that, but it's just a fucking emblem. What the fuck does it affect you for?
yeah, and I mean,
I
like,
guess
that
be
stuff
proud of
only
it.
one
Like, hey,
person.
look what I got, but don't be a
Yeah,
dick about it.
but other people would like to have those things. You can't just sit there and say no. No one else can have it but me.
Yeah. Well, it's like the name
That's what
recognition and the belt. Only one person can have that, but a bunch of people
only
can
six
have the
people can
emblem.
have that. That's everyone in the team that won,
Yeah,
and that's it. Okay, that's fair. I can understand wanting that to be exclusive,
yeah. But the emblem, it's
but
like, it's an emblem. Like, who cares?
oh yeah, I have this emblem. It makes me better than you. No, it really doesn't. It just means you did the raid or you had time to do the raid.
Yeah.
You just had better people. Okay, fine. It's like, what the hell? It's a fucking game.
Destiny drama.
It's always drawing in that fucking game. Always streamers complaining about something in the game.
Another
Even
reason
though,
for me to be glad I don't play that game.
and again, I don't really go
Support
through all the
that
drama.
company.
I kind of just.
Yeah, and I mean,
Uh,
that's probably a small
that's a
portion of the
topic we could go
community, you
into.
know, like, most of the people, at least back in
A lot of people,
Destiny 1 days, were
yeah, they
friendlier and
generally.
wanted to help and didn't really care about that
It
stuff.
was easy to find a raid group of people who were really chill, weren't complete assholes.
Yeah.
And again, that's like you said for most games. Most people are just assholes now. If you play a multiplayer game, none of them are really cheerful and helping.
Yeah. No
Maybe
one
that's a
wants to
topic we can
help
go
out.
into more. Is elitism and video games.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of that.
That's about all I got.
None of us
Oh,
have a sandwich. Oh, we gotta get it.
these guys will drop
Yes.
them. But it bothers me when people complain about how things are not exclusive to them.
Yeah.
NFTs are so big because they want the bragging rights that they own that item.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So yeah, is there anything else y'all want to talk about?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Ghost, anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay.
Kind of already went through everything.
You know what? There is one more thing that I want to say about Elden Ring. People that are selling souls,
Oh. Uh-huh.
You're
Can go die in
selling
a hole.
souls?
they need to stop doing that. That is retarded.
So there's a black market now in fucking Elden Ring.
Yeah, people are duping souls and then selling them. There was some guy that
Real.
said he made like $600 the other day.
Kind of sad if you had to buy those things.
Yeah. What's even more sad is that you could just do the glitch to dupe them yourself. Like, why are you even paying?
Why are you paying for it?
And the people I've seen defending it that are going and then buying it is like, I just don't have time. I work all day, so I have to buy this stuff. Like, and you're the reason Ubisoft does that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking
That's why
morons.
the world is garbage.
If you
Because
don't
people
have
who are
the
like,
time
oh,
to
I'm too
play the
lazy to
game,
do it. I can just buy
then don't
somebody
play
else
the
to do
game.
it.
Find a game that you do have time to play.
Well,
Or don't
nobody mows
rush
their
the...
own lawns anymore. Nobody cleans their
Or
own houses anymore. Nobody cooks
the
for themselves anymore.
the
You
game is
make so much
out.
money, you can just pay for somebody else to do it all.
Well, it's like the game is out.
It's
You
just the way
have
the
an infinite amount of time to play this game.
but that's the way the world works. No, we need instant gratification. We need things done now, but we don't have time to do it ourselves, so we just pay somebody else to do it.
Well, they need to quit doing that. The freaking Elden Ring group, I'm probably gonna have to leave it because almost the entire thing is just people trying to sell souls, and it's
Yeah.
annoying. Like my entire feed is just buy souls.
Didn't you say there was another group that's more about like helping each other progress through the game?
No,
You
this
say
was in
there's
the
like two
same
different
group.
groups.
There's some of
Oh, it
that in
was.
there, but most of it, and a lot of the people are complaining about it in this group. That most of the people are just these people trying to sell souls. And I think they're getting banned, but they keep making fake accounts and joining the group again.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just like the PSO situation.
Mm-hmm.
How it used to be with bots. I don't know if bots are still a problem.
Uh,
Seen them as much.
bots
Not as
aren't a
much.
problem in PSO because they made it to where you have to play to a certain point to even be able to do certain things, so they can't do that anymore with bots because
I
now they
remember
have
the
to use
game. I remember
bots.
after a while in the base PSO 2, that was a fucking problem.
Yeah,
Time
it
you
was
went
all over
into the
the
main
place.
area, you pretty much had to just sit in the cafe and do your
Yeah,
missions there.
it's so dumb. Like, don't buy that crap, guys. If you need to cheat, then just do the glitch yourself. But don't give these people money. They don't
Yeah.
deserve it. They didn't do anything to deserve the money.
Yeah, that's the problem. Those people don't want to do the work.
God,
They farmed the runes.
like you're you're so lazy that you can't even do the glitch, which is one of the laziest things you could do.
But
And
not
it's
the
like, what good does
laziest.
that do you? If you don't have time to play the game to get runes the regular way, what is paying some guy to give you runes gonna do? Because you don't have
Right.
time to play
Very
That
the
kills
true.
the
game. What are you
purpose
gonna
of the
do with all the
game.
levels?
Yep. Very true.
I mean, if you've already beaten the game, dabbling in some glitches is okay, yeah, fine. But if it's your first time going through, you should never fucking have to resort to glitches. Always
Yeah,
experience the game in its raw form.
yeah. Like, just enjoy the game, guys. And if you're bad at it, then get better.
Like,
Go
don't just
farm
pay.
souls. Farming souls is fine as long as you're not doing the ones where you just stand there and stuff kills itself. Like, you're not getting any better by doing that, but go beat up enemies for a little bit, get better at the game, then go and fight the boss again. But
People are never going to do that, though. They're just going to try to find the easy way throughout the fights.
you know,
And
and I think a
sidestep all
lot
the
of it
challenge.
is new players. Like, I don't think there's a lot of veterans buying this stuff because they're veterans, right? Like, they know what they're doing. It's a
Yeah.
lot of the new players that, play the Ubisoft games, and they're so used to being able to buy those time savers. And they're
What time
garbage
savers should never be
players.
implemented into games.
No,
They're
definitely not.
garbage players, and they're not even
Defeats the
players because
purpose
they
of
don't
gaming.
play.
Well, they're not real gamers.
But
They're
that's my last thing to say.
hacks.
I
You get
absolutely
it all
hate
off your
those
chest.
people. I hate the people that sell it. I hate the people that buy it. Y'all are all retarded.
Yeah. Ain't much
You're
you can do
all
about it, though.
garbage.
People are just gonna any chance they get, they're gonna sidestep the challenge.
Any money they can make, they'll do it. Alright. Well, so then no one else has anything else to say, then we are going to end it here.
Yay, Elden Ring. Yay, FromSoft.
I know what I'm
Yay.
doing. I'm
All
gonna
right.
eat this fucking
Thank you for your integrity.
these grapes that I've had sitting here for a while.
Do it. So like, subscribe,
Like
Play
follow
ding
and
Elden
the
Ring.
obey.
dong, comment,
Praise the sun.
praise the sun, praise the ring,
And
Praise the
feed the
ring.
chicken.
And feed the chicken. Always feed the chicken.
and try finger butthole. Who knows? Maybe one of these days it'll work.
Keep trying.
Maybe you also find an amazing chest ahead.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll catch y'all on the next episode.